Hi YouTube, it's Kathy, and I'm here to tell you about the Books of Years Past Readathon. This readathon was created on the spur of the moment by Secondhand Shan, who is somebody I just recently found out about, and I think that this readathon is lovely. So even though I don't have a complete TBR picked out for this one, I wanted to kind of give it a signal boost in case it was something you would be interested in. This is a month-long readathon taking place in all of December, and if you've been around my channel for a while, you know I'm hosting a week-long readathon from the 2nd to the 8th, which is the Queer Lit Readathon. My TBR will be up there. However, this readathon is something I plan to participate in after that and is very laid back, and I really like the challenges she came up with, so I just wanted to signal boost. Also, she reached out via another booktube friend of ours and asked for a little bit of help, and I said, why not? I really like how she came up with this readathon because she realized that she hadn't read A Christmas Carol before, and this is kind of based on that. So Ghost of Christmas Past, Books of Years Past, that's where the title came from. However, this is not a Christmas-based readathon, and you can take the prompts however really you want, and you can do as many as you want, so it is super chill. The first challenge is to read a book that you've been meaning to read for a very long time. For me, this will probably be covered by whatever I don't finish from my Queer Lit Readathon TBR during that week, which means that that book might possibly end up being In Other Lands by Sarah Rees Brennan, because this one is kind of long, and I might not get through all of it during my week-long readathon. The second challenge is to start or continue a series that you've been putting off, and this could be so many things. Honestly, the only reason I haven't read the third in the Broken Earth trilogy is because my library doesn't have the audiobook, and I read the other ones as audiobooks, and I want to finish it as an audiobook. So every once in a while I check back and see if it's there, and it's still not, but maybe it'll pop up. I also only got one book through the Inkheart trilogy before I got distracted by other things, so maybe I'll pick up Inkspell. Number 3 is read a book you've been gifted or were recommended a while ago, and this is basically my entire TBR, the recommendations, not the gifting. Although I do have some gifts that I should probably get to. A book that's on my shelves that fits the bill for this one is The Name of the Wind. Haven't read it yet. Kind of don't want to read the first 2 books until I know the third book is going to be out, because I know it's the type of book that people are like, oh, I need the second book as soon as they finish the first book, and oh, I need the third book as soon as they finish the second book. So kind of waiting. I'm kind of procrastinating. There are so many books to read. Number 4 is read a book that haunts you, something you put down and you should probably pick back up. And this just might be the one that I don't have a book for. I used to never DNF, and then I realized that life is too short to read books you're not really enjoying, so I started DNFing, and if I've DNF'd something recently, it's not something I'm going to pick back up. At the most, I'll probably finish my reread of The Seven Husbands of Evelyn Hugo, not because I DNF'd it, but because it's a book that I pick up between other books when I'm waiting for a hold from the library. This is probably my favorite book of the year, and I just pick it up every once in a while and read a chapter here and there because I love it so much. But maybe I'll actually finish that reread. Number 6 is read the book that's been on your shelves the longest, and listen, I have no idea what that book is. I haven't counted my books recently, but I want to say I have about 300 of them, which is not a lot by some people's standards, but also I live in a bachelor suite with another person and he also has some books. Definitely not as many as me because I read and he doesn't, but there are lots of books in here and there's not a lot of space for them. In fact, there are stacks of books on the floor because there's no shelf space. And there's probably somewhere between 80 and 100 of those books that I haven't read yet. Ooh, including all of the Blue Bloods books. They're sitting in a stack in the corner over there. I've only read the first one and my best friend was just unhauling them, so I took them off her hands. So I could read the second one for that previous challenge of continue a series, but I might just end up picking a book that has seemingly been there forever because I have no idea which book has been there the longest. And 7 is read a book that you wanted to read as a child or reread a childhood favorite, and for this I might pick up one of my 50 Nancy Drew books that have been stacked at the back of my bookcase because I haven't read those since I was 12. Also, I'm a little scared to read them because there's probably some problematic stuff in there because of when they were written. In fact, I've been meaning to read Girl Sleuth, Nancy Drew and the Women That Created Her, which is all about the group of women who comprised Carolyn Keene, who is not one person, because I wanted to read about the books before revisiting the books. So maybe I'll finally grab that from the library before rereading one of my old childhood favorites. And there you have it. There are my very loose plans for the Books of Years Past readathon. I will leave all of the challenges down below as well as the link to the Twitter so you can keep up to date with that. I'll also link Secondhand Shan down below because she created this on a whim and then asked for help, and I said of course, why not? So thank you very much for including me in your readathon. What books would you pick for this TBR? Let me know about it down in the comments below. On the way down to the comments, if you hit that subscribe button, that would be very nice of you. You can like and share this as you see fit, and I will see you very soon. Bye!